Good morning, people. I just landed in your town.
Heck yes.
So catchy.
Heck yes, it is. That's a Sean remix right there.
I wonder if people sing along to it.
I don't know. They should. At any rate, welcome back. Nice. Short applause. Short applause. So,
What you drinking?
you guys, every like I.
'Cause
Okay.
It's new.
Jay went and got us. He went to this weird pizza place in town, and they always have
Pizza place. Like
they
Viking
always
pizza?
like what?
Viking?
No, I don't remember the name of it, but
Never mind.
excuse me, they always have like.
They're not paying us anyway.
I know, really, really, unless they want to, then I'll plug all day. But they usually have like the fun Mountain Dew flavors. So this is
Fun?
This is Baja Mango Gem.
Gem?
Yeah. He came home now.
Now, is it gem with a G or a J?
G, like gem, like
Well, gem is
precious
with a J.
stones.
Like, remember Gem? She was totally
Well, she was totally outrageous.
She was. Is that Mountain Dew totally outrageous?
It's not totally outrageous, but I will tell you this. Every year for the past 4 years, they've done something for October that called Voodoo.
Yeah.
It's called Mountain Dew Voodoo. And
Like purple?
no, it's, it's usually clear,
Oh.
which is very odd.
Like Pepsi Clear?
And it has like a
Possession.
possession.
It possesses you from the inside.
To buy more.
Well, it's usually something related to Halloween. Like the first year they did it, it was candy corn. And the second year they did it was Skittles. And last year it was Starburst. So,
Like liquid Starburst?
oddly enough, the second year, the Skittles one was really good.
That's why it's not around.
Oh, yeah.
Did it
So
taste
this-
like a rainbow?
Tasted like heaven. So this year, which is fourth year, it's, I think, because they haven't announced it yet, they usually wait until the season's almost over. I suspect it's Sour Patch Kids because it has a very tangy taste to it, and I'm not big on tang.
No.
But I almost brought it down here because every time I have a drink, Joe, without fail, looks over and goes, "What are you drinking?"
Yeah.
What do you got?
So I was like, "Oh, I should bring the
colorful.
voodoo downstairs," but I didn't. I left the voodoo
Next
upstairs.
time. I was gonna
Yeah.
bring those the new Cokes.
Oh, the Dream World Cokes.
Yeah. There's two different ones. There's a regular one and there's a zero sugar one.
Oh my.
So, I don't know if it's got the aspartame in it and you're allergic. I didn't want to take a chance. Like, you drink it and next thing you know,
I
we
appreciate-
gotta call the ambulance. Oh, shit.
I appreciate not passing out.
It's pretty good. I can't like pinpoint the flavor, but it tastes good.
Have you had the Dream World Coke?
No.
No.
That's at, I found it at Shaw's.
Jay said he gets grape from it. I think it's just an odd fruity taste.
Yeah, I can't like say definitive what flavor it is.
Which is not what you expect when you pour a Coke. Like, I bet this will taste fruity. Like, that's not what you expect at all.
I'll bring some for us.
If you like. I'll happily.
Let you tell you what you think.
I could give a full honest review because they're not paying. I loved the Starlight Coke.
Yeah.
And I'm about to write an angry letter for them to bring that shit back.
Now, what flavor did you think that was?
I don't know. It tasted like it had like a cereal, like a sweet taste to it. A lot of people said like Frankenberry. Sean's shaking his head.
Strawberry-ish
Fruity
flavored?
Pebbles.
Like a strawberry flavored.
Yeah, like strawberry-ish.
different.
Yeah.
And this one's like a limited time only too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
don't
think the next one would be like for Halloween, be like Nightmare.
Nightmare
Like
Coke.
the Dream World.
No.
They got the Starlight, Dream World, now Nightmare.
Yeah, the Nightmare is called 2022, my friend. Just name it what it is. 2022.
Damn. Whoa, you alright?
You know when you get splashback? And it just goes all over you like, ugh.
Goes up
She's
your
making
nose.
a mess.
It almost went up my nostrils.
Oh, no.
I don't want Mountain Dew up my nostrils.
Probably burn.
Especially mangoes. I mean, ooh, that's kind of weird.
Mangoes are very tropical.
So,
So.
we should start on that end of the table.
He's swinging away.
I know. This is Pitfall.
Watch the
I'm
alligators.
It's one of my favorite games, and then I was so upset. I think like a year ago, I found out that it doesn't end.
Really?
It's a game that doesn't end. Like it keeps going until you decide you're done with it.
Yep.
I know.
Wow.
It's like
I've wondered about that one.
Like Frogger, just like keep going.
now you don't have to show anything,
Okay.
but Sean is wired up.
Whoa.
The next 2 weeks, I'm on a monitor.
He's on a heart monitor. It looks like
Oh.
it's like this thing right here.
It's right here.
Pacemaker.
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
pacemaker's internal.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
I
implant
learned
those.
so much.
Yeah.
They hook you up and implant it.
My dad's had a pacemaker
Now,
since his
like,
20s.
you always take it off, take a shower.
With this?
Yeah.
No, this has to stay on. I gotta cover it when I get in the shower.
Really?
Yep.
What do you cover?
weird.
Do I want to know what you cover with? Like, do you
I-
just take plastic?
Yeah, I gotta get some kind of a plastic wrap and
Oh
get
my god.
waterproof tape and just put it around it.
Oh my god.
I remember when I fractured my heel, I had this like rubber sock so I could take a shower and not get the cast wet. It's like a big giant condom. It's a condom for my leg.
Your leg was safe.
Yeah,
Your leg was safe. 'Cause
that sucked.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, what does he cover the monitor with? Like,
Shaw's bag.
yeah. Like, well, because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's presume you have a little bit of hair in your chest.
Get a sponge bag.
That would hurt. Like,
I've already had a few waxes when I was in the hospital.
oh yeah, they had no mercy when you're in the hospital.
I
They're
had
like,
so
"Fuck
many
it."
tests, and one of them they like plastered down this big sticker thing like all across here, and
Yep.
there's the wax right there.
That fucking hurts.
Kelly Clarkson.
That hurts.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago I passed out at my girlfriend's house. Then I felt all right the rest of the day, and we decided to go check into the hospital and have it looked at. They did an EKG, that came out good. They did something else, that was good, but they still wanted to have me hang around and observe me. Then they decided to keep me.
Chill at the hospital.
Then I did so many tests. Had a
You pass all these tests.
No, I don't
You
think you
failed.
did.
Go back to school.
passed most of them. Did an MRI, did a CAT scan.
Oof.
Isn't that the same?
One is with dye.
Oh.
I think the MRI is with dye. A CAT scan. I don't know
With a
for
cat?
him. I don't know for your situation personally, but when I have to do that, I have to drink that shit.
Barium.
I didn't have to drink anything.
Oh. Well, usually if I'm having that done, it's because they're looking at something inside my tummy. So they're like, drink this. I'll light you up.
I was slid into one of those machines where you feel like you're in a big capsule.
Ew.
And they give you earplugs before so you can't hear the loud noises and shit.
Yeah. The earplugs don't really help.
Oh, they did for me.
I didn't think so.
You don't move.
Yeah, you can't move.
No. The last MRI I had was
Better
for my back.
sneeze.
And they were trying to find out if any of the nerves were all fucked up because I have that back issue. And she's like, lay still. And I'm like, but my back hurts. Like they had me laying on my back. And then once in a
It's
while,
good for you.
once in a while they try to talk to you. So like, hey, you doing okay? Are you done yet?
How's the family doing?
Hurry up and finish, then I'll be great.
I was in that capsule thing for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm glad I'm not claustrophobic.
You go to South Shore?
Yes.
I'm not either, but there's something about being in there when you
Yeah.
have to, and you can't move, and you're like, ugh, this blows.
Yeah, I did those tests, a few others, and then Monday morning I did a stress test because they were trying to figure out if this was AFib related or if this passing out had to do with like the cardio doctor was explaining to me there's a part of the brain that focuses on stuff that you don't have to worry about that naturally happens,
Yeah.
like with your blood pressure and all that.
Okay.
And as he puts it, when it goofs, and he even did this.
Brain
When it goofs, your blood pressure lowers, your heart rate lowers, and then you pass out.
Okay.
So they're trying to determine, is this heart related or is it up here? Like,
Neurological.
yes, that's what I was trying to figure.
Brain. Okay.
And the stress test, I was on the treadmill for 9.5 minutes. Seemed good. I got off. Instead of them having me do a little cool down before I got off, all the blood in your body is still rushing and going everywhere and to your thighs and all that. And since I didn't do a cool down, I was walked over to the gurney. I sat on the edge, just having some water. I passed out again.
Damn.
Hit the floor.
We should have a hospital.
Yeah. At this
True.
point, I passed out with 2 nurses in the room.
Damn.
They said that I started coming to, and then I passed out again. Then I opened my eyes. I'm being laid down on the gurney with like 8 people around me.
Damn.
That would have been my reaction. Ah!
Mom was like, "What the hell? Where'd all these people come from?" They had to use like a certain belt to like lift me up off the ground.
Ugh.
And I just had a follow up with my cardio doctor the other day. He took me off my pill that I've been taking for AFib because he said that pill lowers your blood pressure. And we're going to put this monitor on me for 2 weeks. And we're going to see what happens and let this record me.
I love his let's just see what happens attitude. Let's just see. You never know.
He was
Flip a
explaining,
coin. You might get.
he was explaining about doctors in the Boston hospitals that are more into this type of stuff. Having to do with the-
Specialists.
Yeah, with the neurology and everything. He's like, well, we'll not worry about that yet. We'll see how this goes, then we'll go from there.
Don't worry about your brain. Yeah.
Nothing like baby stepping care.
Yeah.
Doesn't your brain control your heart?
No. Your heart works independent. Yeah, because you could be brain dead and
Oh, okay.
still alive. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back.
I'm just saying.
So I'm still here. I'm back. Thank
I was sitting here. It's the dog pound.
Oh my god, the dog pound.
Apologize to anybody who's disappointed to not see Nikki here. Sorry, I'm not as pretty as she is, but I'm back.
Well, Nikki's back to studying. She's back in school.
Boo!
No. I had to text her the other day. Yesterday? Maybe the day prior.
All right.
And I said, because I needed to let her know that the exterminator was coming today. I actually had a tradesman show up.
Wow.
I fucking know.
Now, did he do his job, or you just come to visit?
Well, let's
We'll get to that in a minute.
An assessment. 'Cause they've already assessed it.
start with him arriving at your door.
So I needed to let her know because I didn't know if they were going to need to invade her personal space. So I'm like, the exterminator's coming. Plus, well, this is how the whole thing began, right?
The day we saw a mouse run across,
That was
Oh, this is
all
a
of our
different
heads
story.
turned.
well. I think I said this last week, but
You did.
I'll break it down very quickly. I heard a noise in the middle of the night. I got up to go check out the noise. I had my flashlight. I'm shining the flashlight. Boom! The beam stops right on a mouse.
Ooh.
A scream left my body that I don't normally produce, and I was scared as shit. And Jay from the bedroom goes, You good? You just heard me scream in a manner in which I have never screamed before. And are you good? No, I don't scream like that. I'm not good. So I was like, okay, well, this is not good. I don't need to be seeing this shit. I had suspected we had a mouse issue because we were recording one day, and so I'm running across. And I should have put my foot down about it then, but I waited.
Oh, we never saw him again after that.
I know. So then,
Yeah, he's upstairs.
I know, upstairs living high off my fucking groceries
right.
because
It's like the Jeffersons moving on up.
because Nikki went to go make something and they had gotten into her rice.
Oh.
And she was pissed. She was pissed. Big boo on that.
Oh.
So she goes, Tara, because I had the humane traps, like the catch and release ones. And she goes, and I mean, the little shits were avoiding it. They would get inside somehow, eat the bait, and then scurry out. Scurry out. Well, they're mice. I imagine they're scurrying.
Okay.
So she goes, I want to buy like the real, like the mouse traps. And I went, Nikki, I can't get up in the morning and go and make my Captain Crunch and see fucking Jerry laying on my fucking countertop. And she goes,
Ratatouille.
she goes, well, I'm up before you. I can grab Jerry and throw him away. And I'm like, if you're in a hurry, if you forget, I'll see Jerry. I don't want to fucking see him.
Well,
So then the next day she approached me with, what if I put a box over it? Like she was trying to rig up.
Don't look in here.
do not open till Christmas.
Do not open. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, Nikki. So I said to Jay, I'm like, you have to call the exterminator. I don't want corpses all over my kitchen. So he's like, deal. So we called the guy last week at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, all right, yeah, I'm going to call you back. And he did not call back. So it was reiterated about the traps to me. So I looked at Jay and I'm like, you have to call this guy. So they ended up coming today.
All right.
Now-
They? More than one?
Huh?
More than one? They?
What do you mean more than one day?
You said they. Like
Oh,
more than
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
person? Like a whole
Because
crew?
what was happening was I was having, we'll call it preventive maintenance.
All
Like
right.
they were gonna plug up shit.
Okay.
And then what was gonna happen was the second guy was gonna come and set bait or traps or something.
All right.
I don't know. He said he did some. I don't see any traps. I don't see any bait, which is probably good.
I looked around on that side before we started. I didn't see any either.
Yeah, I don't see anything, and I'm kind of glad I don't because I'm like I
I looked
don't
between totes and everything. I didn't see it. Not one.
like I don't want to.
But
I
the
don't.
mouse will see it.
Yeah, I think. I hope. Apparently, he's supposed to come back soon to find out if it's working. I don't.
Right, follow up.
Yeah. So the first guy shows up. Now I will say that I have like it's positional vertigo, meaning that I know that sounds fucked up.
I'm thinking about something else. That's why I'm laughing.
No, okay. So it means basically like if I'm laying in bed and I roll over and I try to roll over too quickly, it sets my vertigo off and then I get really dizzy and I'm unpleasant for a short period of time.
Oh.
Now I got up quick to get to the door and it for some reason the act of getting up quick and then running to the door set off my vertigo. So I was like, fuck. So by the time I got to the door, everything was numb because that's what happens. My hearing in my ear goes out because it's an ear crystal thing. So my hearing in this ear went out. So now I can't hear. My legs are starting to buckle because I'm dizzy and disorientated now.
Discombobulated.
So I open up the door and I go, yeah.
What?
And this guy looks like a tan Rick Moranis. He even had on like the safety glasses that like very Louis Tully. And I was looking at him like, and I had said this to Sean and Sean was like, oh, was he the keymaster trying to get in? Or?
Are you the gatekeeper?
I'm not the gatekeeper. I'm the gatekeeper of the mice. What was the joke Jay had done? Oh, he goes, suddenly exterminator. Something like that. He was making fun of the thing. Anyway, so he looks at me and he goes, now, I'm still disorientated. So I take my shoulder and I lean it in the doorway, right in the door jamb. And because I'm trying not to fall over. So I'm bracing on the door and I got this shoulder up against the door frame. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, I'm with the exterminator. And I said, cool. And he goes, yeah, I'm just trying to end this conversation quickly. And he goes, well, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be poking around. And I'm like, poking around? Where are you going to exactly? That noise is annoying. So I said, where are you going to be poking around? So I said, yeah, dude, that's fine. Thanks for the heads up. And he's like, all right, cool. And he left. And I didn't see him. I didn't see him for like 2 hours.
Probably left, and came back later.
He honestly could have. And then
Gosh,
he comes.
He's not gonna watch me, okay?
He comes back and he rings the bell. So I go back to the door and again my vertigo set off. So I'm like, fuck. So I do the same thing again, and I'm like leaning. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, and he's telling me everything that he did, and I'm like, that's super.
That's super. Thank you for asking.
That's super. And he goes, yeah, so if you have any questions, you can talk to, the owner, Scott. And he's like, and I said, okay, cool.
Cool.
And then he starts asking me questions. He's like, do you know anything about your foundation? And I was like, I don't know. Is it sturdy? Like, I don't know. So
It's got poop.
It's holding up.
Yeah.
So we had like a whole foundation conversation, which I'm going to have with my dad. Heads up, poor dad. And I know. I can hear my dad already. Wait, what? So
I'll be right over.
Yeah. No, he won't.
I'll bring my tool belt.
The tool belt's hanging up. He doesn't. He
Bring
didn't
the
take that
flamethrower.
down. I just need guidance. Relax. So we had a whole foundation conversation. Then he goes, "What's going on with your drain over there?" And I'm like, "What are you, fucking Bob Vila? Like, what the fuck is this old house? You're gonna point out all my
You
shit?"
probably got friends that can fix it and then help them out.
Yeah, so I'm like, what do you mean, bro? And he's like, well, you have like a dent in your drain. I said, he goes, I can't even imagine how that happened. I said, well, I can because I was there. So I said, well, my husband has a work truck and he misjudged. That's it. He misjudged and he backed up right into it. I said, we've been meaning to fix it. And he goes, yeah, you should really get that fixed. And I'm like, yeah, it's only been 3 years. Just a big hurry to fix that up.
Damn.
And then he started telling me some other shit, and he's like, you should get this. And I'm like, all right, thanks, Bob.
Norm.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, he was very nice.
Yeah.
It's just, he's giving me a laundry list. I have enough crap I need to do. I got to mow the lawn this weekend, Joe.
Oh, damn. So how many traps did you set?
I have no idea what he was down here for about, I guess maybe a little over a half an hour. He could have just been walking around my basement. I don't fucking know.
Checking out your stuff. Nice drums.
I know.
Where's all these clocks?
These people are really time orientated.
He's like, ooh, cereal. I'm hungry.
That's the wrong time, too.
I know. The sad part is Jay's always late for everything, but he loves clocs.
So
I said, isn't that odd?
hopefully you'll catch something.
Well, hopefully the issue is resolved. Because I really don't want Nikki to set the kind of trap she wants to set. And I would feel bad, yeah. So, but that was today. Okay. Now, I think yesterday. Oh, yes. No, you know what? I'm going to save that one. I'm going to save that one for the second half.
Save it.
Pin it.
I know, put a pin in it. My mom hates that. Put a pin in it.
All right.
Exactly. See, what... We heard from Sean. What's going on with Joe?
Well, last set. Well, remember I told you they took away the shop van?
They took away to drive the customers home or something?
Yeah, and pick up parts.
Okay.
So I had to go to Taunton to pick up tires from the warehouse. And on my way there, I think I got a dash cam. Thing in front of me, a truck or a dump truck, some sort of vehicle. Something flies out from the back of it. Coming right at me, I'm like, oh shit! There goes my windshield. and it flew over, and bounced off my roof. It was like a foam panel board thing. Yeah. But I got on my dash cam, and like, it's scared. I was like,
Oh man, that would have been frightening.
This is foam.
yeah, but like,
Was it foam?
it was like a foam panel, like and no weight to it. So the wind's like,
Okay.
so it missed my windshield.
Well,
And
okay.
scared me. I'm like, oh shit.
No, that's
So I've
scary
seen those
shit.
videos of like people driving like under a bridge and like the icicles fall down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I watched those Russian car crash videos in like for wintertime. And god damn it, there's always like a tire or something that comes flying. I'm like, tires are rogue.
You've been there. You've been there.
Well, a piece of a tire, but yes, I had a piece of a tire.
You told me once the whole tire came rolling at you.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
That was like, because somebody was on the side of the road, and then they were like, yeah, I'll change my tire. And it got away from them, and it went across the highway. I was like,
Beep,
jeez.
beep, get out of the road.
What's happening?
Damn.
That was crazy. And then I hit a piece. Well, the guy in front of me hit a piece of a tire,
Yeah.
and that kicked up and slammed in front of my car.
Did it hit your grill?
Well, yeah, it hit
Really?
like the passenger side. It was like
Fender?
the grill, yeah, the grill like right under the light. I was glad it didn't shatter the light.
Yeah.
That cost a pretty penny though to fix.
Pretty penny.
Yeah,
Now, which car was that? The new one?
that was my Hyundai.
Santa Fe.
My Hyundai. I missed that only for storage purposes. Like Subaru, I mean they're good. They're like safe,
Yeah.
but they do not give a fuck.
Beauty of all-wheel drive.
Yeah, I mean, but they don't give a fuck if you need to put something in your vehicle.
Put it on the roof. You got a roof rack.
I guess essentially they're like, you'll figure it out. You'll figure
Tie it
it
to the
out.
Put it in
car
your
and drag
pocket.
it.
I know. like the time we bought the TV, and I had the seats down, and I had the TV in the back, but there wasn't enough room, so I had to tie the trunk lid down
Yeah.
and still hold it while I was driving. Which I was so irritated because Jay was like, I can't hold it, my shoulder. And I'm like, oh yeah, my shoulder's great. I feel great.
Should have called me. I got a truck.
Nah, well, I didn't know it was happening that day. It was Let's Go
It was
See.
a splurge.
It was Let's Go See, and then they didn't have the one I originally wanted, but they had one
Display model.
cheaper.
Ooh.
And I was like,
cheap is better.
Cheaper. Well, he rang it up, and it rang up for less than it was supposed to be. And then Jay acted like we were robbing them because he's like, "Let's
That's
go."
not
Let's...
right.
What is this, the IKEA commercial with the woman?
Start the car! Start the car!
Yeah, he's like, "Let's get out of here quick! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!" I'm like, before they realize their mistake. I'm like,
Remember
what?
that? National Lampoon's like, look at the Grand Canyon. Okay, let's go. Now, is it a smart TV?
I don't know.
Or not so smart TV?
Not that bright.
It's got
Kind of
appy.
dumb.
It's got appy things on it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Appy.
Appy things.
Now, is it like voice? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I've had it for a while.
Well, I mean, I don't do voice activated things. I mean, I have all types of crap hooked up to it. I have and this came in handy yesterday
All right.
because I was sitting there and I was like, oh, the Queen died.
Oh.
And Jay came home and he's like, the Queen died. I was like, yeah, I heard. And he goes, can you put on, because I can get BBC and stuff on my Fire Stick. Boom.
Right.
So I turned that all on.
All right.
So I was working, so I was just listening to it, but we were listening to the BBC feed.
So what's the rules now?
The rules. The rules are, upon her death, Charles immediately became king.
Right.
Which is weird. Because I was saying, the dude's like 73,
Yeah.
right? And
She was 96.
And he's been living his life. He's been living his best
Waiting.
life.
Just waiting.
No, but I mean, there's things that he used to do that as acting king he can no longer do. Like he can't go play polo anymore.
Oh no.
He can't go on his little hunting trips. Like, you can't do that when you're king. So I was
Does
like...
that mean his wife becomes queen now? Camilla?
It's called Queen Consort.
Sorry.
Step queen.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Well, I mean,
Now,
Kate would have that title as well if
what is
William
the role of the queen and the king? Like, I know...
They roll.
No, do they pass laws and shit like a president? Like, I have no idea.
What they do is they
They
can...
just wave.
It's more a diplomatic thing.
Okay.
They meet with dignitaries. They meet with presidents.
Yeah.
Nothing like the 18th century.
They have tea.
They
drink some tea.
I'm sure they do drink tea. They're there. I hate to say it like this, but they're mostly there for show. It's
They're
to
just taking up space.
it's a country unity thing.
Okay.
It's like they're the goodwill ambassador, and oftentimes they'll travel at other countries and they'll do philanthropy work and things
Who's that
like
Tony
that.
Blair guy?
Tony Blair was a prime minister.
What's the prime minister? What's that?
The prime minister would be like the president.
Oh, okay.
Now, what the queen can do, and now the king, is they open parliament.
Okay.
And so Parliament can do their...
Parliament?
Because they do
Big
all
Ben?
the laws. Parliament, Big Ben. So they do all the laws. So,
Nice.
But something that the Queen can do that I found, or the King, that I found interesting is that... So the citizens vote in the people in Parliament.
Okay.
Right? But if the Queen or King is sitting there and going, you know what? These people aren't doing jack shit, and I don't like any of them. They can dissolve Parliament. They can dissolve it, and they can immediately hold like a new election.
Okay, now how did they?
They can also declare war.
Oh shit!
Yes, they.
How did they become king and queen to begin with? Like
bloodline.
Then it goes back like centuries, right?
Yes, the Queen Elizabeth is a direct descendant of King George, who was the king that we fought independence for. Oh.
History lesson.
Nice.
It's a bloodline thing.
Okay.
You got like that's so like Kate so if something happened to Charles and then William became king.
Right.
And then he died, his wife would not be queen. It would immediately go to his son because she's not in the bloodline.
It skips
She
Harry.
married into it. Well, Harry denounced all of his shit. So Harry doesn't get shit.
Oh, but why? Why would you do that?
Because he married a crazy woman.
I don't
know what else to tell
I
you.
don't want to be king someday.
So
I'll take it.
the funny thing, and I use that as a pun, is that the BBC,
Right.
and they have 4 different channels: BBC 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of their channels cannot air any comedy
Okay.
until after her funeral.
Why not?
It's a somber occasion.
Okay.
You can't hold any no comedies, nothing.
No laughing.
Yeah, nothing lighthearted. Yeah, in the news, if you're
And if they do, they get like punished.
I don't know what happens if I'm
Right.
honest, because she's been in Reign so long.
Yeah.
She was in Reign before there was television.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she.
in 52. TV
They didn't really have TV wasn't really prevalent yet.
Was that
For
in the
them.
50s?
Yeah,
Like early 50s?
52.
yeah, like 52.
She was like
and
26.
because her dad died of a heart attack, and she was like abroad at the time. She was like, oh shit, guess I gotta go home.
She was abroad.
Abroad, she was,
I know.
and I think she was in Africa or something.
Oh.
So
On safari.
I guess. So they can't air any comedies or
Just
anything.
hanging out with Pitfall here.
I know. And then
There you go.
pilots have to announce that she's passed and that Charles is the new king when they land at Heathrow. Or any, it's my...
Nice.
So there's all kinds of weird shit. So Charles has passed his Prince of Wales title, which basically means king in waiting, to William. And
Took my name off the waiting list.
I know.
Tired of waiting.
You know, I was not as if it's a jokey thing, but I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was like, you know, he's got to be like, about time, Mum. God, 73. Jay is beside himself because he's like, he should be retiring. He should be like relaxing, and now he's got to put in peasy hours and get to work.
He does.
He's got to put it, yeah. He's got to get to work.
Now, how does someone become knighted? Like, do you have to be a celebrity, or can it be anybody?
No, well, usually it's like, to get a knighthood, you have to, you got to be a really good person.
You gotta like, fill out like a form and like pay like a fee or something.
It's not like that. It's more like you've done a lot of philanthropy work. You've done a lot of good in the world. And you know, you're a, what would you call that? Like a boon to the country. They tried to bestow Sean Connery with a knighthood.
Right.
And he's Scottish, and he refused it.
Okay.
He was like, no, I don't want it. Because some Scots are against the crown. So. Wow. Oh, my goodness. So much.
It's a history lesson.
So much today. So much.
You never know what you're going to learn on the show. That's why you got to tune in every week.
I'm not all,
like this, like,
not all jokes
Sir
and japes.
Elton John, Sir Ian McKellen,
Yes.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yes. Well,
Sir Alec Guinness.
Yeah, he was Sir Alec Guinness.
Yes.
Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul McCartney. And, I mean, these are all people who have done a shit ton of charity work.
Now, I know none of them are Americans.
No.
You have to be born in Europe?
Yeah. You have to be under the crown to get, because...
Born.
Yes.
Okay.
To get that bestowed. And there's all kinds of other different shit. There's the CBE, which is some sort of order. There's a CBO, and there's all kinds of crap.
Just curious.
It's,
like...
you know, pageantry. You get a little button. I met a queen. I go home.
I survived. I climbed Mount.
Yeah, something like that.
The
Yeah.
bumper sticker. I met the queen.
Yeah. So.
Damn. Now, when's her funeral?
Probably
Filming.
Sometime next week.
Every station.
I was going to say when they bury her.
Maybe Elton will come up with a new song.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there was some jokes about that. You know, the funny thing is
their jokes, though.
You know, the funny thing is their money is going to change.
Why?
Because the Queen is on all the pound notes.
Oh.
And now it's going to be His Royal Majesty King Charles.
Now he's got to go get his picture taken.
Yeah. So
Well, he's
now
got to get
he's gonna-
scanned.
I saw somebody post a photo of what the pound note will look like with his photo on it, and they were like, fuck that, time to go to Apple Pay.
Tap.
Yeah. Ka-ching.
Wow.
Who has real money in their pocket nowadays anyway?
No one really.
Yeah, it's rare.
That's why I always feel bad for these kids that drive by that are doing lemonade stands and shit out on the street.
Do you take Apple Pay?
You better have one of those little swiping things there to take the money these days, because it's not like when we were kids.
Mom, get your phone.
It's not like when we were kids we had cash and change.
No, ow. Damn, that was ridiculous.
Usually I'm beating out the mic.
I know. Owes me money. Yeah. So, I know that was the big news this week.
The big news.
And it was like people are, oh, she was
It was because she was sick, right? You know, she was just natural causes. Both.
I don't think we'll ever fully know. I know she had contracted COVID in February, March.
Oh shit.
And I don't know if she fully recovered from that or what the deal was. I know and it's not funny, but I kind of thought it was funny. She met with
Remember, they listen to us.
I know.
Probably not after today.
But she met with I know. It's all out of love.
I'm not trying to say anything negative about whatever I've said already.
It's all out of love.
I wouldn't ever do that.
I'm British at heart anyway, so. But I was a friend and myself were talking, and I said, well, she met with the outgoing PM and the new PM, and I said, she was like, I gotta go. Because nobody seems to like the new prime minister. She's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can always be worse.
Don't
Could
say
it
that.
though?
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know.
I guess.
True.
I don't know why I was so shocked. I was like, holy shit, really? She died? I mean, it's just my entire life she's been there. For a lot of British people, their entire life, that's the only queen, the only monarch that they've had. And I think that was what a lot of people were taking an issue with. It's like,
Now,
Jesus.
she had the longest reign.
Yes. She had the longest reign.
Good for her. That's awesome.
She held it down that long.
There hasn't
yeah.
been a king since 1952.
No, yeah. And she didn't get any kind of like her dad didn't prepare her for that before he passed away because he died unexpectedly.
Right.
So she was kind of thrown into a role she didn't really know. Like, oh shit, what do I have to do? I gotta knight who? I gotta shake whose hand? God damn.
Think her mom passed before her dad.
I presume so. I don't know.
We'll get that part of history next week.
Tune in.
I know. Tune in for those.
She's got a week to do her homework.
Yeah. What can you do? I know that the Empire State Building lit up in purple for her, and then the
Flags at half mast.
they had the flag. A lot of flags were at half mast, and then the Eiffel Tower actually went dark.
Actually.
Oh.
They were like, "Kill all the lights. Let's do this." So
Hopefully there weren't people on it. I can't see. Where's the stairs?
can you imagine that? Turn on your flashlight. I can't. How am I
See
supposed
bodies
to?
falling from the
Oh Jesus!
from the Eiffel Tower because they can't see where they're walking.
Don't go left. Don't go left.
That steps a doozy.
It's a ledge.
They get like buried at Buckingham Palace, or is there like a special cemetery?
She will probably be interred at Westminster Abbey. I think that's where they all get interred. A lot of famous people are buried there as well. Charles Dickens, many other people that I can't think of. Doesn't matter anyway.
They're all there.
I think she'll be interred there. I presume so.
Okay.
I think that's where they held Diana's funeral. Her husband, who just passed away, I think last year,
Who's that?
well, the Queen.
Oh, okay.
What was his name? Philip.
Okay. King Philip.
Yeah, he was. I do believe they what do you call that? Moved his coffin by train because that was something that he liked. Diana was
Like
a
his
huge.
last ride.
Diana was a huge like stagecoach thing. All that. There's supposed to be like a bunch of parades and stuff on Monday. There'll be a big, the guards with the big hats and.
The ones that can't smile.
Yeah, no,
Or
they're not supposed to.
Can't smile or can't talk, whatever, when they're on duty.
No. I knew. I was like, they issued a statement that she was not well, and I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's not good if they're issuing a statement. It's never good when you have to issue a statement. Mm-hmm. It's like, here we go.
She's in perfect health.
No, that's not what they said. They said resting comfortably, and I went, oh.
Yeah, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Preparing for it.
Yeah.
He didn't wait. He didn't wait. He's like, oh, I'm king.
Yeah, and I mean that's protocol.
Oh, okay, next.
It's protocol, but it still seems kind of crass.
Yeah, like.
I mean, he issued a statement immediately as King Charles, and King Charles III, actually.
Let's wait till after the funeral, and all right.
Excuse me.
You're saying the Lion King song. I can't wait to be king.
Like when you vote for the president, he doesn't get into the White House until a couple months later.
Yeah, but the president has governmental duties, whereas this is just. I mean, there are things that they do, but I don't know, and it's like you have to it's that whole comfort for the country, and somebody's already there, and let's move on, kind of thing.
Right.
Stiff upper lip. What? I don't want to end
On a sad
the
note,
video portion on that kind of
I got a fun thing.
thing. Oh, I love fun things.
Guess what's coming to Broadway next year?
Broadway. I can't render a guess.
Back to the Future musical.
Ooh, gross.
I'm like, what? Why would you turn that into a musical? Like, it's like, I don't know. I read it and I was like, really? Why would you do that?
That seems kind of cringeworthy, if I'm
Yeah,
honest. It's like, oh, yeah.
It's award winning.
It's not.
Critics say it's the best thing since the first movie.
It's the best thing. I mean, just go watch the movie.
Right?
So much better.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Very.
now.
great Scott.
Yeah. Now it's moment of silence for the killing Back to the Future. Okay.
All right.
So we had the winner of the 2 last week.
We did.
So we're back to the 1 this week.
Yeah, the movie was Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
I've never seen such a film.
It's a pretty good movie.
I will have to take your word for it.
Let's see, what do I got this time?
I don't think it's in my DVD collection.
With the weasel.
All right, you ready?
I don't know if I'll ever be ready, but let's try.
This is worth 1 gift card.
Okay.
Hey, I got a shotgun and a shovel. I doubt anyone would miss you.
Ooh, damn!
Comment below if you know what it's from.
I almost feel offended by that.
I like it.
You like it? I'm worried.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. If we don't see you through the week, we'll see you through the windows.
Peekaboo.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good everything.
Indeed.